Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I am finally getting around to playing with Arcanine EX, a new Terra Pokemon out of Scarlet and Violet base set. Now, this Pokemon actually has like a structure deck, a pre-built deck that you get in-game just for logging in and playing. It comes in the game. But the list I'm playing today is a little bit different than the pre-built deck list. I would consider it a bit of an upgrade. I made some changes to the deck to make it a little more meta-relevant and a little more competitive. If you guys do like the deck list, it's down in the description below. You can just copy it and import it right into your PTCGL account if you want to play this deck alongside me. So getting into the deck list, we have Arcanine EX with the Raging Claws attack, 30 plus 10 more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So if Arcanine takes a big hit and doesn't get one shot, you can swing back really hard for only 2 energy. It has a more consistent attack though, Bright Flame, which does 250 at the cost of discarding 2 fire energy from this Pokemon. But Arcanine EX has a great way to get around the discard effect. We'll get into that in just a moment. And because it only does 250, you are short of that magic number, that threshold you need to hit to take big one-shots on opposing Pokemon like maybe V-Stars, which have 280 hit points, which is why we play a couple copies of Choice Belt as a great way to boost our damage to hit that threshold to allow us to take necessary KOs to trade favorably. I'm also playing a few other alternate attackers like Entei V. Entei V is just a really solid card. It's just like why people play Raikou V in their Miraidon decks. It has a powerful ability that allows you to just draw a card when it's in the active spot, which is just so awesome, as well as Burning Rondo, which is again a low maintenance, easy to power up attack. So really solid inclusion in this list. We're also playing a Radiant Charizard. It has the Excited Heart ability, which says this Pokemon's attacks cost 1 colorless less for each prize card your opponent's taken. So if your opponent knocks out 2 Arcanine EX and takes 4 prize cards, it takes 4 colorless energy off this Pokemon's attack cost, which allows it to attack for a mere 1 colorless energy and do a whopping 250 damage, which is crazy. And of course, because you're short of that 280, Choice Belt is also a great addition to Charizard to allow it to hit, yet again, those magic numbers. Now, I'm also playing a Moltres V. I love this card in the deck. It is a really solid attacker as well. It does 20 plus 70 if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it. So it does 90 damage for 1 energy. It allows you to take quick and easy KOs on low HP single prize Pokemon like Ralts and Comfey, which are everywhere in the current format. Now, how do you put damage counters on it? I'm glad you asked. Magma Basin. It allows you to accelerate a fire energy from your discard pile onto one of your benched fire Pokemon, of course at the cost of putting 2 damage counters on it. That's not necessarily a problem, considering some of your Pokemon like Moltres want the damage on them. Now, we have a cool combo with Magma Basin, and that is the new Armarouge. The Armarouge and Basin, they seem like best friends, because the ability says as often as you'd like, you may move a fire energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So you use Arcanine EX's Bright Flame attack, discard 2 energy. You use Basin to accelerate an energy to your benched Armarouge, then you use Armarouge's ability to move the energy back onto the active, do an attach for a turn, and bam, you're swinging again a Bright Flame turn after turn. So it's a really cool combo, Armarouge and Basin. You can use this to power up any of your attackers, like Entei, in 1 turn for its 2 energy attack, which is really solid. You can also get Charizard even swinging sooner than your opponent might expect. I've also got 2 Bibarel just for some added consistency in the deck. Just a great way to fill your hand to 5 and see some extra cards every turn. Speaking of consistency, we've got a lot of consistency in our items. 4 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball, just our standard Pokemon search. I'm also playing 4 Trekking Shoes, just so we can dig through the deck just for some added consistency and potentially get fire energy in the discard pile for Basin turn after turn. Now, for our supporters, I'm playing 2 Boss and 2 Serena for our gusting options. Serena, of course, doubles as a draw supporter and allows you to select specific cards from your hand to discard, which allows you to hand select fire energy to go to the discard pile for Basin. I'm also playing 4 Research for the same reason. getting that fire in the discard pile. And 2 Raihan, which is a great way to allow you to chain your attackers turn after turn and hand select cards you want from your deck. And of course, the 2 Choice Belt, 1 of 4 Seal Stone for just that little touch of extra consistency, and 11 energy to round out the list. This is the deck though, of course. If you liked the video today, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. I still have so much more Pokemon coming your guys' way now that Scarlet and Violet in rotation is finally here. Let's get into some games. Alright, let's see if we can get this deck to pop off. Let's go Entei. Entei? Arcanine. I mean, it's an Arcanine deck. Guys, they're both fire dogs, okay? Don't yell at me. They're the same thing, pretty much, right? Oh my gosh. Alright, Waffle Boy, flip that coin. Let's do this. Yeah, I think this deck is a really fun... I'm not going to say it's the most competitive deck in the world, especially since there are some water Pokemon running around that make this deck... It makes it a little more difficult for this deck to play in a format where where water Pokemon are prevalent, you know? I do still see the Alolan Vulpix V running around. I see like Palkia occasionally. This hand is not terrible. It's not great. We don't have a lot going on, but oh, we take a mulligan. I will take it. We're playing against Lugia. Okay, let's see. This is the matchup that we need to win. This is one of those. We gotta showcase the power of Arcanine, right, guys? We're going first, right? No, he's going first because he won the coin flip, right? That's fine. We're going second. We're just gonna poke him. We're definitely gonna smack him with the Basin. That's the game plan. I was like, we're going first. We're not going first. Who am I kidding? We lost the coin flip. Ultra Ball. Watch him have 2 Archeops in his hand. Guys, how do they do it? How do they do it? I swear, whenever I play this deck, I never have Archeops in my opening hand. I can't even find them unless I use like a Burnett. But that's okay. Waffle Boy is pure talent. I wish I was good as Waffle Boy, man. That's okay. Radiant Serena won't save you. Now, I guess the best top deck for me here is Basin. Basin would allow me to preemptively swing into this thing with the likes of my Moltres, which is pretty solid. Another Fire Energy is alright. Let's see what we get off this. I do want to get a Bidoof down. Entei is here, but I mean, he just doesn't have enough on his bench right now. I think I'd grab the second Arcanine, considering the Moltres is prized, or Growlithe. Yeah, I think that's the way we gotta go right now. I'm gonna Trekking Shoes. Do I want... Oh, frick, getting rid of a Switch? I'm getting rid of all my Switches, man. Do I want to put this card in my hand? No, I want something else. Give me something good. Okay, Nest Ball, that is good. That is a good. Let's check real quick, make sure my other Bibarel is in the deck. Bibarel's in the deck, Armarouge, all that good stuff. They are here. I think I want to get... Do I get down the Bidoof or do I get down the Charcadet? I'm going to start with the Charcadet. And I'm going to just say that I'm going to draw into... Warm-up might be an option here. Because it gets an extra energy in play. I'm kind of here for this. We're going to use Warm-up this turn. It's not a terrible attack on Growlithe. I think this is also the most optimal Growlithe. Wow, we actually get a Bidoof down as well. Alright guys, don't knock yet. Don't knock, we're kind of in there. I don't think I want Basin down quite yet. I kind of want Ultra Ball for next turn. Yeah, I think we're not doing too shabby here. Although if I do Basin now, I could get ahead on my attachments, which might not be terrible. Do I want to do that is the question. Because he's probably just going to bump it next turn. So if I go here and then I Basin, I can always Basin to the Charcadet, but then that forces me to find... Well, I guess that also puts me down to 260. But the Tyranitar can easily hit 260. I think that's fine, because we're going to be knocking out the Tyranitar the following turn. Quite handily, might I add. Yeah, okay, we have a draw supporter for next turn. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. We'll go with the warm-up here. Yeah, I like it. We'll accelerate 1 extra energy in play onto this Growlithe, because the active one is for sure going down. Really solid attack going second. And it's not too shabby. We give up one prize card. This deck is mostly a multi-prize deck outside of like the Stonejourners. So we should be able to trade relatively favorably. As long as we get our Arcanine EX next turn, we can blow up this Tyranitar and get ahead in the prize trade. Yeah. Alright, here comes what? Double single strike, gift lucky? Something like that? Of course, keep in mind, we have Charizard to fall back on here eventually, pretty soon for sure. Alright, there is the second Archeops, the single strike energy's on there. He could Cragalanche. That might be really awful, because that's 60, he does 100 damage with Cragalanche, and he mills the top 2 cards of our deck. So we kind of gotta hope that our opponent doesn't hit anything impactful. Impact energy. That's funny. I'm sorry, guys. It's not funny. Don't listen to me. I'm not funny. Cragalanche, there's the knockout. Let's pray my opponent doesn't mill anything important. He does get an Armarouge, but I'm pretty sure I saw multiple copies of Armarouge in the deck. Unfortunately, gift energy here is going to be really powerful for my opponent, allowing them to fill their hand up. Oh, a lot of cards. Okay. Let's see what we can make happen. I think I'm definitely benching this Serena, or this Charizard, although I kind of want to surprise my opponent with it, so I don't quite want to put it down just yet. I could also get it powered up sooner rather than later and start using Basin preemptively to it, although I don't know, because if I evolve my active, my opponent's definitely going to be inclined to knock my active out. So I will definitely bench it. I guess I can bench it now. I think that's fine. Although my opponent could boss trap it. But I think it's fine. We'll start using Basin to it. It does put the damage counters on it. But in this case, it doesn't matter. Because my opponent's doing so much damage anyway. That it's just... yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go here. Discard those 2. And I'm going to grab myself... do I grab Bibarel here? I kind of like the Beebs. I do have my other Armarouge, but I could guarantee the attack with Arcanine this turn and the knockout. But then I've got nothing else to go off of, right? Or, well, yeah, I've got Serena for next turn. I think that I just go for this play. Although Bibarel allows me to fill my hand up, draw more cards. I feel like I have to make the not greedy play and do the more consistent play just to, like, you know, keep myself in the game, I suppose. Yeah, we can go here. And then, yeah, 250. We are taking a knockout on the active Tyranitar. Bam, 2 prize cards. Give it to me. Let's go. Gift energy. Ow, it hurts. I know we had to do it, guys. We had to do it, all right? All right, give me something good. Alright, Basin's great. My opponent might bump my Basin. Ultra Ball's fantastic. That's a really great card. It allows us to grab Bibarel here this next turn for sure. So, I'm here for it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a backup Arcanine set up. Now, my opponent could always go double turbo active, accelerate 2 here. But what I'm thinking right now is Lugia V-Star only does 220. With the 20 damage counters on us now, that's 240. Lugia V-Star cannot one-hit KO my Arcanine EX. Okay, double capturing aroma. Okay, heads for sure. Okay, another Lugia V-Star. Here comes the research. I can feel it in my jellies. Yeah, my opponent has to find a Tyranitar here. Or what else could they potentially use to knock me out? I don't, yeah, no, a Stonejourner won't do it. It has to be Tyranitar. Yo, we're in there. Thornton? Bruh. He had a Thornton? Are you kidding me? Yo, my opponent's insane at this game. What the heck? A Thornton? I'm terrified. Wow. That's a pretty nut. That's the first time I've ever seen that. All right. Huh. Well, that sucks just a lot. My opponent does take 3. He's going to take another 2 prize cards. I can swing into the Charizard, so it's actually good I benched it last turn, because Charizard is definitely going to be the Pokemon I'm going to be attacking with this next turn. Ooh, they mill... What did they mill again? That was a Yveltal, an alternate attacker. I like that for sure. Yeah, we're promoting the Charizard here confidently. Yeah, we just need 1 energy. Excuse me. I definitely grab Bibarel here. Bibarel is definitely the way. I would like to get another Growlithe down and maybe get Growlithe powered up, but like, it's gonna be a little. I think I'm gonna need a lot. I'm not gonna lie, especially if we're gonna keep up in this matchup, because Lugia is of course one of the most powerful decks in the format. Nest Ball is amazing. That definitely allows us to get that Growlithe going. We also have Trekking Shoes. I do need an energy, though. I need 1 energy to attach to my active. Now, I'd like to discard this and put it in the discard pile, but I actually think adding it to my hand is more important this turn. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to add it to my hand. Then I can preemptively base in, which allows me to get going next turn. We can base in right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling actually pretty good about the position we're in. Crazy enough. I can attach here. I see no reason to boss or anything on the Lugia, although, I would need to find Choice Belt if I'm going to one-hit KO it next turn. But I don't have Choice Belt this turn anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Those words were irrelevant. I could always Serena, thin my hand down a little bit, draw maybe a few more cards, maybe set up a little more. Is it better to use Serena here? Discard maybe the fish? My opponent could judge me, and at that point I might like the fish in my deck. Yeah, I think we're just going to swing right now. Combustion Blast. Bam! We're going to take the knockout on this Tyranitar and take another 2 prize cards. I'm feeling really good about this right now, guys. We just need the 1 Lugia V-Star and we win the game. Our opponent promotes it. They're ready to attack with this Lugia. Our opponent does, of course, have 3 prize cards left to take. So if they do knock out a Radiant Charizard and we put an Arcanine EX into play, that is the last 2 prize cards they need to win the game. Alright, here's to hoping, guys. I do need to find Choice Belt. I literally need... What do I need? I need Choice Belt, Armarouge, Arcanine EX to win the game? Whew, that's risky. Ooh. Now I need a lot less. Because I can always gust that thing out and take my last 2 prize cards there. My opponent also benches a fish? Oh my gosh, they're making my life easy. But they have a boss's orders. Are they chasing down my... Are they chasing down my Growlithe? I don't know if this is the way. I think they're electing to chase down my Growlithe so it can't evolve into the Arcanine EX. So they don't have, because, I mean, it's kind of smart because they don't have a way to deal with Arcanine EX. Remember, Lugias can't hit that big 280 number. No, they're chasing the Charcadet. Uh-oh, Path to the Peak. They're really shutting me down here. This is really scary, especially since we're down 2 basins. Uh-oh. We need to find our last Magma Basin if we're going to be able to attack with... Oh, my opponent's going in with the Archeops. Okay, I see the play. My opponent's trying to skew the prize trade here. Do I promote the Charizard, I guess is the question. But my opponent bumps the path! Oh my gosh! They chose to bump their own path, which means we're back in the game! What? Do we just win? Right? Because, yeah, my opponent takes their 1 prize card, and then we just go boss his orders on the fish! Or the Lugia and take the game. I don't know about that, my friend. But yeah, guys, Charizard is putting in mad work in this matchup here. Oh my goodness. Yo, hello? Did I DC? Did he DC? Hello, friend? That's okay. Let's just sit in here and soak up the glory that is Radiant Charizard. Such a powerful Pokemon. I think it's probably one of the better cards in the deck. Like I said, it's a fantastic attacker in this matchup. I mean, we were able to use Arcanine to great effect to take that big one-shot, and then we also followed up with the Radiant Charizard to kind of just secure the game. Unfortunately, like I said, we weren't able to utilize our other attackers like Entei or Moltres, but it goes to show you why having these options in the deck like the Radiant Charizard is super duper important. So, I think my opponent DC'd. They realize they've lost the game and just concede? They concede to Arcanine's power? I'm gonna say yes. Because we've got this game locked up. The boss is in hand. And they've got those last two prizes that we need on the bench. Heck yeah, let's go, baby. I gotta be honest, I think this deck is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the Armarouge online, but we really didn't need it in this matchup. We were able to keep up with our opponent effectively enough just through the Basin alone. So, really goes to show you how strong Basin is, though. It's great support for fire. It looks like our opponent DC'd, but guys, me and you both know. We both know who really won this match, right? Yeah, we do. Let's absolutely go into the next game. Alright, let's see if we can pop off yet again with this deck. I'm gonna vent a little bit, guys. It does suck. My opponent rage quit, which is awesome, by the way. But we got punished for it because I sat there permanently. There was no, I can't tell you how long I sat here waiting for the game to close out or to say you won because your opponent ran out of time. But that never happened. I swear I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes, guys. It's really unfortunate because I got punished for my opponent quitting and I had to concede if I wanted to move on with my life, you know, and actually play. So it's a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But, ooh, Shadow Rider Calyrex featuring Gardevoir. I like it. Okay, very fun combo. But yeah, so I definitely think that's something that needs to be changed or an addition. If your opponent scoops the game, their timer still needs to be running. If they close the game or do anything else, their timer needs to keep going, no matter what. Because yeah, his timer was stuck and didn't move. So, definitely something that I think should be addressed for PTCG Live. But let's focus on the game at hand and cook my opponent right here. So they're playing a Shadow Rider Gardevoir build. It's really cool. Shadow Rider accelerates the energy from hand. Gardevoir accelerates from deck or from discard. And then they just go nuts, build up a bunch of psychic energy, and use a bunch of different attackers. So really solid. All right, let's see if we can cook this. Now, if I can manage to get Basin, maybe a switch card, Basin would be nice because I can use Moltres actually to take a free 2 prize cards on my opponent's active Ralts, which would be amazing. Assuming they stay in the active, of course, which they do. We find the Basin! Oh my gosh, we're in there, guys. Yeah, please tell me Moltres is here. Moltres is here. Yo, I'm getting this KO right now. Bam, I'm benching this bad boy. Heck yeah. We're gonna go Basin. I am going to use Lumineon here to grab... I need a supporter that's not Raihan. I am going to have to go in with a research this turn. I think this is the way. The question is, do I bench the Entei? Is the Entei worth it at this point? I think I want double Growlithe, though, and Bidoof. I think I prefer that. So, we're just going to... I'm going to forego the Entei this game, which feels kind of criminal, but I think that's okay. We find energy, we find Bidoof. Unfortunately, I don't see any Growlithes here. Ooh, I do want that. But I don't know if I have my second one in the deck. Wow, this is really bad. This is kind of really bad. Now I really wish I kept the Entei. I'm going to say no and get a Nest Ball. Ultra Ball, let's go! Never punished, guys! Oh my goodness, so lucky. That's stupid lucky. So let's start off with the Basin. We know we're doing this. We're in a Basin there. I'm going to attach to the active. That pays my retreat cost here. Then I can retreat into the Moltres. I do want to get a Growlithe down. The question is, what do I want to give up this turn? I feel like I have to give up Boss's Orders. And I kind of want the Raihan. Because I'm definitely going down next turn, right? Maybe? If so, I think... this is so iffy. Because Raihan gives me Accelerate, Attach. It's not enough cards, though, quite yet, right? I would also need Basin to stay in play for Raihan to be the best choice. I feel like I have to throw away the Raihan. Do I, though? Yeah, we'll toss the Raihan. I think Research is just a more consistent option. We do have the other Bibarel in the deck, so not punished. We can grab the Growlithe and get that Rip Roar ready to go. Okay, and we're taking a prize card here. All right, the pieces are coming together, guys. This is definitely not too shabby. We get a free prize card right here, which is really dope. Dang it. Well, we could have thrown away the Arcanine now. Oh, that's really frustrating. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if my opponent can knock me out. Because my opponent does need a little bit to get going. I mean, they need Gardevoir. I mean, they would need Attach, Double Accelerate. That's 90, 100. Okay, they got rid of a Gardevoir as well, which I like to see. Okay, Fog Crystal gets them an energy. They're getting down another Ralts. Alright. Let's see, because I can always go Basin, Attach, Armarouge if my Moltres... Well, no, because Moltres... Yeah. Not sure what I want to do this following turn. I guess I can always poke this Shadow Rider Calyrex. That's definitely an option, poking it with Moltres. Because my opponent can build up a lot of energy. What's really scary is these three energies he has right here can go immediately into play if he finds Rare Candy plus Gardevoir. My opponent's just going for a Shadow Mist. Okay, that's all she wrote. Let's see what we get off the top. Shoes? I know I'm going to Trekking Shoes into something important. Ooh, I do want that. Never mind, that's incredible. Because I can put that on Lumineon and use that later, which is phenomenal. I can Basin here to my Arcanine. I guess I should have Basin to the Charcadet so I didn't have the damage counters there. But that's fine. Okay, we find another Nest Ball. We also find our Armarouge, which is really good, which means we can set up... Yeah, I can set up a second Growlithe here. I like this. I like it. I can also, I've got an energy attached for turn. I can preemptively put that here. That's fine. Because I've got no other way to get energy in play at the moment. And I can always Ultra Ball for Bibarel, getting rid of... Yeah, so we can go here. And then I can Ultra Ball away this Nest Ball and Fire. I want to keep the Basin and grab myself a Bibarel, because Basin is just super important for this strategy to actually, like, function. So, then we're going to Industrious Incisors and draw ourselves a few cards. Nothing too crazy off that, unfortunately. But we have options off the Forest Seal Stone next turn. I'm just going to go for an Inferno Wings and poke at this Shadow Rider Calyrex. That 90 damage is what's going to allow us to 2-hit KO my opponent with our Arcanine next turn. Because the base 250 damage of Bright Flame in combination with the 90 damage here, which means we are doing a total of 340, which is enough to knock out Shadow Rider Calyrex, which has 320 hit points. Although... No, it doesn't matter, because Radiant Serena heals 20. That's still fine, because we still hit the perfect math then of 320. So, yeah, dude. I'm telling you guys, this Moltres is good. Ooh, getting rid of Rare Candy. A bunch of Psychic Energy. That's what I'm really scared about. Evolves 1 into a Curlia. Okay. Refinement, draw... Gosh. Refinement plus... plus Underworld Door from Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. That is a lot of draw. Let's see if my opponent can pull it off. They seem to be thinking about it quite a bit. Primordial Altar. That's why I held the base in, because it's so important, guys. All right, they chose to discard that. Do they have the Shadow Rider, man? They need to get the Shadow Riders going, or we're just gonna get too far ahead that it won't matter. Psychic Energy on the active. Elegant Heal. No way that's all you've got, right? There's no way. I refuse to believe that's all my opponent's got. Just a Shadow Mist. Well, I mean, yeah, we just take 2 prize cards here. And we get a Basin off the top? That's ridiculous. I mean, I can always Primordial Altar, too. Do I even want a Bright Flame? Bright Flame, do some damage? My opponent could easily return hit KO me, return 1 hit KO me here. But I think that's fine. Because we just retreat into our Arcanine. I put out my base. Why can't I put out my Basin? Oh, Shadow Mist. He used Shadow Mist on me. Pfft, who am I kidding? Do I want to discard this? No. I would like to keep that. Right there. I could use my stone. Don't necessarily need it. I'm just going to rip the research, dig into my deck, see if we can find some other pieces. We don't find quite what I'm looking for. I can Ultra Ball here. I'm going to thin out this Growlithe and I guess one of these Choice Belts. I guess that's fine. And grab myself my last Arcanine EX. Kind of want to get that nice and big, you know? Unable to be KO'd. We can even Industrious Incisors for 1 more. Not that I really need it, though. And then we're just gonna, yeah, we'll smack him for 250. Take a prize card here. 2 prize cards, for that matter of fact, which is phenomenal. 2 more energy down the bin. Like I said, guys, I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet, though, because my opponent can put so much energy in play this next turn. Because we can't power up this Arcanine in 1 turn because we're down both of our Raihans, because we had to throw them away in the opening turns. I definitely think that's the best promotion for my opponent. Well, we have decent follow-up, I will say that. Refinement away Battle EIP Pass. My opponent's deck seems to be clunking up just a little bit. I'm surprised they haven't found anything yet. I mean, more energy in the discard pile. They finally find a Shadow Rider. They do need their Gardevoir EX, though, too. So, let's see. How much energy are they playing is what I want to know. Okay, they find both their pieces. They've already got 11 energy in the discard pile. So, this thing can ramp up to some serious numbers right now. Alright, getting energy going. Drawing a couple more cards. Whoo-wee. Scary stuff. I think I'm going to poke with Moltres, though. I think that's my best bet. Okay. And then my opponent can just put all the energy in play. Yeah, because that's 11, 12 energy right now, which means it's doing, what, 340 as well? No, wait, because it's 30 plus base 10. So it's doing 33 right there. Boss's Orders, looks like they're going to be able to, well, I guess Boss's Orders doesn't really matter all that much, right? Because they're going to take 2 prize cards either way, no matter what, so. Yeah, because they're doing 11, that's 330, 360, 370 right now. So don't worry, guys. Let's wait 12 years for my opponent to accelerate all of this energy. I don't know why they make this process so slow when there's so many other cards that accelerate energy, so many other abilities that accelerate energy really quickly. So what do I know, though? I'm just a lowly YouTuber. Alright, now they are chipping themselves a little bit, which is kind of nice. Of course, they can heal a lot of that off with the Serena, but not really the biggest deal here. Alright, energy attached for turn there. Wow, my opponent is doing a ridiculous amount of damage, guys. And they're going in with the research. My opponent needs to be very careful. They have 5 cards left in their deck. And they still have a bunch of energy in the discard pile they can continue to accelerate. Maybe they're looking for a different attacker or for something else to put the energy on? I mean, they're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 180. It's nowhere near enough to take a knockout yet. They need to put more energy in play. Ultra Ball probably grabbing another Shadow Rider Calyrex, I would assume. Alright, getting rid of the Force Seal Stone. Not too shabby since they've already used their V-Star power. 4 cards in deck, though. If you use that V-Star power, you will effectively have 2 cards left in deck, which means you will have... And they're going to rare candy, too. Dang, bro. Chill. This is really scary, because like I said, I can't one-shot these things. Not even a little bit. Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, once this active Shadow Rider goes down, they can just put the energy right back into play. Whew. We definitely are going to need this Serena. We have... How many Gust cards do we have left? 1 Boss, 2 Serena in our deck. So, if we get disrupted, we want to be able to chase down one of these. Yeah, oof, there's that Elegant Heal. Because I can base into the bench. Okay. We'll see if we can make this happen right now. I definitely am going to go in with the Moltres here. Alright. We have another Serena. Yeah, we're definitely going to... we're just going to base in here. I don't need to look at my top deck. We're going to start prepping this Arcanine. I think I do just bench. My opponent's got 4 prize cards left. I can just 100% bench my Charizard here. Yeah, there's nothing my opponent can do to stop my Charizard, because either my Charizard KOs them or my Arcanine KOs them next turn. So that's definitely what I'm threatening here. Yeah, we've basened. Yeah, we can just attach active. We could always use Armarouge and move it to the active as well if we didn't have an attach for turn. Yeah, we can go Moltres here, poke for 90. We could poke for a little more with the Choice Belt. I don't mind the Choice Belt either. Yeah, we'll attach that. Choice Belt might help with the math as well. We're down our other Choice Belt, right? Yeah. So that puts us up to 110, making it a little harder for them to heal it off. I like that. We'll go here. And then, yeah, I don't want to Ultra Ball because I want to save my Serenas in case my hand gets disrupted in any way, shape, or form. Keep in mind, guys, I still have my V-Star power. Trekking Shoes, not bad as well. Yeah, we're just going to smack him for 120. Softening him up with the Moltres, man. All right, even with the Elegant Heal, my opponent's not healing off enough. They're really not. They still have a lot of damage on them. Yeah. All right, another Primordial Altar. They are bumping our stadium. Fog Crystal. Do they really have more energy in their deck? I was about to say, there is no way my opponent has more energy in their deck. I refuse to believe. Yo, this Gardevoir Shadow Rider combo is actually really, really cool. I like it a lot. I played a lot of Shadow Rider when it initially came out. I'm a huge fan of Shadow Rider, so I might have to get around to testing this deck here sooner or later. They're paying the retreat cost as expected because it doesn't matter because my opponent can just re-accelerate the energy into play. But I still have 3 gusting cards in my back pocket. Ooh, my opponent is going into the Gardevoir that allows them to not give up 3 prize cards this turn and potentially survive. So this is actually Chappie's best play here because they do 190 and still take a knockout. And in addition to that, they still have 310 hit points. So this is definitely the optimal play. If we didn't have Gust in our hand, I think this really locks up the game. Yeah, no, I'm really feeling it. Now, I can always go... I'm trying to think of the best promotion, because how much energy do I have left? I've got 6, 7, 8 energy. So there should still be 2 energy left in my deck. Right? No, 3, if none are prized. So, if need be, though, I can always just promote Charizard, use Armarouge to move the energy onto Charizard from the Arcanine, because currently I don't have a knockout, right? Arcanine, I would have to get the Basin plus the attach for turn, and if I don't get my attach for turn, I could be in trouble. I think I go in with the Charizard. Do I go with the Charizard, guys? Because I should have guaranteed game with Charizard. But the question is, do I want to knock them out with Arcanine, or do I want to knock them out with Charizard? I mean, Charizard is here for the late game damage. We did already kind of showcase Arcanine in the early game, and I think now is the time to pivot into the Radiant Charizard. Definitely, my opponent does take their only one prize card from this, which means even if we gave my opponent an entire extra turn to take a knockout potentially on my Arcanine EX, I mean, they still wouldn't be able to win. They'd still need an additional prize card. I love having all of these different alternate fire attackers in this deck. There's actually, like I said, these other attackers have definitely come in clutch for us. They definitely have their own utility for sure. Moltres has definitely proven its worth as a Pokemon, and so has Charizard. The only Pokemon I feel like I haven't attacked with the most is Entei, but there have been a few niche scenarios where I've had nothing to go with, and Entei was there because I could just slap it down, accelerate an energy, and then with Armarouge or Basin, and then attach for turn. And then just like that, I have my Entei attacking, and it's definitely saved my life a few times, but yeah. Oh no, do we have another DC? So my opponent's timer is still ticking here. I don't know if they've chosen to not take their prize cards yet, or if they're just thinking long and hard about the prize cards they're about to take. My opponent is still here, because unlike our last Lugia opponent, their timer just stopped. So, whereas our opponent right now still has their timer running. So if they don't take their prize card soon, the game should automatically pass it back to us. Right? I mean, I sure hope we don't DC again. I'm pretty sure it's not me, guys. I'm pretty dang sure. I got some pretty solid internet, so maybe I'm the problem? Am I the problem? I don't think I'm the problem in this relationship between me and Chappie over here. Come on. Insert Taylor Swift song. You guys know the song, okay? Yeah, I'm not even gonna sing it for you. You know the song. You're singing it in your head right now. I know it. Oh, Lord. Alright, well, we have won. I'm not going to sit here and bother you guys wasting your time. We have the Serena for the Gust on the Shadow Rider Calyrex. We can always safely promote the Radiant Charizard. Use Armarouge to move the energy off Arcanine to the new Charizard in the active. And then we're swinging for 250. Plus the already 150 damage counters. You can see it has 200 hit points left, which means we are guaranteed to win the game at this next turn. Let's move on into the outro. If you guys have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, you guys are absolutely top tier. Now, this deck it's really solid. It's not the most competitive deck on the planet. I do feel like that sometimes you've got to draw hot. Funny fire deck joke. But I do feel like you have to draw hot to keep up with some of the really like dominant meta decks. But it still definitely can hold its own. I do feel like it's missing just like a little something that could make this deck just a little bit better. If you guys do like the video though today, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.